Is it possible to have a poor memory and very high IQ? I have actually published a study on a related topic, so hopefully I can provide some helpful info. The answer is yes, it is possible, but not very likely. To start, it's important to note that there are many different types of memory. The kind that most people think of when referring to their memory is semantic memory, which involves recall of random facts, numbers, etc., information not connected to any specific context or experience. I assume this is the one you are referring to? Keep in mind, however, there are many other types of memory, as some have noted: working memory, episodic memory, visual memory, but the answer would generally be the same. Memory and IQ are moderately correlated, meaning they tend to be similar: high IQ, good memory; low IQ, poor memory, likely because there is overlap in the mental abilities required for both. Statistically significant differences among certain facets of memory and IQ do exist in the normal population, but the reason it's unlikely that someone would have a high IQ and poor memory is simply because of the overlap in these abilities. The IQ memory gap referred to in your question implies a rather large difference, and typically the larger the difference, the more rare or unlikely that is to occur in the real world. For example, a person with high IQ average memory is quite common, though not as common as a person with high IQ above average memory. Yes. Some IQ tests have a working memory component, and deficits will result in a lower overall score. Others remove such a large dependency on memory. I took the latter version and scored in the 99th percentile. At the same time, I was tested for ADHD and scored in the 26th percentile for working memory. This is a remarkable difference. A poor memory for someone at my IQ would still be greater than the 50th percentile. There is a difference between the ADHD scatterbrain and poor working memory. I can have a thought in mind, constantly repeating it, and get distracted and forget to do that thing. Where the working memory deficiency appears, for me, is in transference. I can't copy information from one source to another. If you give me a number or spell something, you'll have to do it at the speed I write or type. At most, I can copy 3 words written on one page to another, without looking again. This has no relation to how interested or focused I am. On the other hand, I have a vast storage of information in long-term memory. I'm a network engineer and can tell you the logical and physical architecture of our devices, along with each instance's name, address, function, configuration, and interdependencies. Globally, my colleagues entertain themselves by asking me to whiteboard parts of our network from memory. I also have a unique way of encoding and retrieving memories. Or maybe just weird associations. One way is through what something sounds like, and another is by location, like where I was or it had been. I'll also remember patterns I associate with it. One time I was supposed to go to someone's desk and ask for a phone number. In about 9 steps, I forgot the name, but knew it had 5 letters. I think it's safe to say there's a correlation between IQ and memory, but not a causation. Memory is something we can't not take for granted. When I was 6 years young, I still remember I was hit by my father for the very first time. Maybe you all remember any such incidents of your childhood. Whenever you go for shopping, you meet many strange persons whom you never seen before in your life. When you return home, you forgot many of them. How you still remember the 30-years-old incident and forgot a person you met 2 hours ago? Short or long-term memories? I guess. A kid of 1 or 2 class has difficulty remembering table of 4 or 6, but at the age of 50 we hardly can remember 13th table. We record sometimes happy and sometimes sad things but forget most important meetings. Our marriage data name of our nephew and greetings prayers we remembered in our childhood. On the whole, a normal person can have as big mind as that of any scientist. Whether you like thing you keep in your mind or least like could remain on your head for the rest of your life. A haunted accident happened in your life can make your life hell for coming 10 or 2 years. People also say forgetness is a blessing from God. A tip to improve your memory to recall figures or facts is try to use all your senses to help them recall. Visual, hearing, touch, experience, taste, experiment, consult, discuss, and understand the true nature of terminologies. Only people can be helped by other people. Try to mingle with public and hear what they have to say, show or speak. travel and touch and feel the objects you try to know the nature of. Nobody is perfect. An illiterate man who has seen pyramids of Egypt can tell and reach you much more than any book or pics in your hand.